Federal Labor member for Wills, is brave enough to speak the word that dare not speak its own name. The speech that he's about to give today starts with the words tax. The words enough to either have you roll your eyes in anticipation of boredom or start a political war. But he wants to talk about the kind of tax that might actually interest you. Peter Killell, good morning.
Morning, Virginia. Thanks for your bravery talking tax on a Thursday morning. It's true. People either roll their eyes in anticipation of boredom, or it sparks sort of the equivalent of an ideological dumpster fire.
Well, it really does. So you're either foolish or brave enough to go there. But you're probably on solid ground with your argument because you want to get multinationals to pay their fair share of tax. Well, good luck with that. How do we do it?
Well, there are a number of options that are before us, but this problem is deeply unfair because you've got a third of large companies. These are companies that make a turnover of over 250 million that pay zero tax. And, you know, I can go through a list, but Vodafone pay a total income of $3 billion in Australia, zero tax. IKEA, $1 billion, zero tax. Uber, $1 billion, zero tax. Disney, $500 million, zero tax. And the list goes on. And what you're seeing is multinational companies able to do tax avoidance, legal measures that mean billions of dollars that don't go to our schools, our hospitals, our infrastructure, protecting our environment, and that is deeply unfair. And so it needs to be addressed. There are a number of domestic and international efforts underway, and I think our government should be playing a much more proactive part in that.
How do you do it, though? I mean, because when you do the list like that, it sounds outrageous, unfair, and surely easy enough to solve. But it's not. You immediately get yourself mired in complex international tax reduction systems that tax lawyers are paid quite literal millions for in order to do, and that no humble politician in any country is in a position to unstitch.
This is the problem. They are so powerful. If I could use a bit of poetic license, Virginia, you know, the villagers down on the ground toiling away, the wage earner, the salary earner, the small business owner, mostly pay their fair share of taxes. On average, it's about 27%. We do our deductions. You do your deductions. We do our tax minimisation. But the multinationals who are like dragons flying above us can do deductions on a scale that is unimaginable to the small business owner. They swoop down, they provide a few services, they get their gold and their loot, and then they wing it across to their tax haven lairs on unreachable islands across oceans and sit on their loot. So they have the power because the system is antiquated. It's from the 1920s. They also have the power because in this digitalised economy, their transnational, their ability to fly across borders effectively gives them that power to do things like debt shifting, putting their subsidiaries into debt to reduce their taxable income, transfer pricing, and also, domiciling in low tax havens. So getting 140 countries around the world to change these rules is a massive effort. The OECD's been undertaking this for years now, but there are domestic efforts. Some countries like France, for example, have put in place a digital services tax. So basically, you know, on Google and Facebook and all those, if they make $500 million in France, they pay 3%. They can't just shift the profits to their overseas headquarters, to their low-taxing headquarters. That's something that I think we should be looking at, a number of unilateral measures to raise revenue to pay for our schools and our hospitals and our infrastructure projects.
Absolutely. There's a great bucket of money out there that any government will want to get its hand on. The question is whether you can do it. Look, I look forward to a conversation as a result of the speech today. Where are you giving it, Peter?
Well, I actually gave it last night.
Oh, sorry, apologies.
That's okay. At the Trades Hall, Victorian Trades Hall. So did that last night and sort of outlined the problem, but also looked at the solutions as well.
Well, let's see if any international highly paid tax lawyers agree with you there. That's who you're going to have to hire for the Labor Party in order to get it done, Peter.
That's right. Thanks, Virginia.
Good to chat to you. Peter Killell, Federal Labor MP for Wills there. There won't be many people, I'm sure, listening this morning saying, no, leave the multinationals alone. I mean, maybe there are. But just imagine the big sums of money and what you could do with them if you actually got your hands on them. A lot of